So it's a rainy day here in Ohio, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to process a lot of my veggies that I've been taking out of the garden. And also, I wanted to make a stuffed cod with spinach and zucchini filling with fingerling potatoes and roasted green beans. So if you're in for a sort of ASMR video, you're in the right spot. Thanks for joining. Just adding a little salt to the water as I boil the potatoes. It's the small things in life. These shakers make me feel so fancy. Who else has one of these stoves that doesn't want to ignite right away? Raise your hand. Pulled out some green beans that I had already frozen blanched for this dinner. I enjoy so much grabbing vegetables from my garden. I'm not always the best at it, but I try to clean up in between each project, and you'll notice I have a lot of dishes. I have been blanching and freezing vegetables all morning and also dehydrating. Going in, I still have about 50 onions to cut up, and I still need to finish up putting all of these onion tops in there, and then it's going to be peppers. Washing dishes is my least favorite chore, but I have to remind myself while I'm washing them that I'm grateful that I have dishes to wash. I changed my mind here in a few seconds and realized I probably should put the potatoes on the bigger pan, especially because I need to use my toaster oven and oven. The clanging of pans can be so loud to some, but it's so rewarding sounding to me and almost nostalgic, could I say, because I remember hearing the noise of pans clanging in the morning when my grandpa was getting ready to make us breakfast. Sweet memories, you know? Topping these green beans off with a little bit of soy sauce, not sure if I say that right, salt and pepper, and panko crumbs, just add a little crunch. Garlic too, almost forgot. In the busyness of life, I forgot to put my garlic out last year in time, and I found these garlic at the edge of my property, and we've lived here for 6 years. I just felt so blessed to be able to pull these little garlics out and be able to use them. I am by no means a culinary chef, but I whip up some food that tastes pretty good. I don't think my husband would disagree. Sometimes my kids, they're still in those picky ages. These steamy potatoes deserve the slow-mo. Look at all that steam and how beautiful all these colors are. And the purple ones, they're truly the best. We just harvested all these potatoes about 3 weeks earlier, and our total harvest was about 50 pounds. Pretty awesome, I think. Here I am pulling out my fancy shakers. I don't know. There's just something about them I love so much. It feels so sophisticated. So I'm just pouring a little bit of melted butter on the green beans and the potatoes, and I'll give them a little bit of a shake up. And then I like to put them back in the oven at 375 and roast them. Before I put the potatoes back into the oven, I'm going to shred some Parmesan Asiago cheese on top. It's just a mixture that I got at my local grocery store. I really like the blend together, and it tastes so good on your potatoes. Did anyone say more cheese, please? Because I add a little bit to the green beans too while I was at it. Why not? Everyone loves a little bit of Parmesan cheese, right? If you don't have yourself one of these little convection oven, toasters, air fryer combinations, you really need one. I use it all the time. One more good slow-mo and close-up of these taters. Why not? Hi, it's me just checking in. About to do our stuffing for our cod. So I just had to step back out. Look at this beautiful downpour. It almost looks like all of my veggie vines are just reaching up and saying, thank you for this break in the weather. So in the filling for the cod, I use spinach, a whole small zucchini. I would consider this one small. I also use a good sized medium onion, and I add the Parmesan. You can also add salt and pepper to taste, and switch it up if you want. If you don't really care for Parmesan, you can try another cheese. Maybe a sharp white cheddar would taste good in this. Also, the first time I did this recipe, I shredded my zucchini. You can cube it or shred it. Zucchini breaks down a lot while it's cooking. So last minute, I decided to add a little bit of crushed red pepper to it because my husband and I like a little bit of heat. I also made a dinner roll dough. It's the first time I've made this one, so I didn't record the process because I'm still new at baking bread. I'm still new at making most of my food from scratch. It's a process, you know? So the dough just did its first rise, and I am kneading it just a little bit more per direction. I'm still new at this. I don't know if I should or shouldn't be doing it, but I'm going for it, you know? So I'm just added a little bit of butter to this filling mixture, and I'm also kind of mashing it up a tad bit. That sizzle sound is so gratifying, so very gratifying. I think we like cheese. In fact, I know we love cheese. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that Asiago cheese on top, then just melt it a little bit. My husband's almost home from work, then I'll pull it out and it'll be nice and fresh. A tad more seasoning because most of it falls in between the cracks. So if you have any tips on how to roll these better, leave them in the comments. I love to improve on anything that I'm doing wrong. Okay, now we're on to the main dish. We are about to start the stuffed cod. So I took these out and let them thaw in my refrigerator for a couple days. And now I'm just going to add the spinach filling right on top. It's not necessarily stuffed to be accurate, but it sounds better, doesn't it? And then I'm going to top it with panko breadcrumbs and more cheese, of course. That's the theme of this whole upload. I'm going to add another 3/4 of a stick of butter to let the cod bacon. Just soaks up that flavor. And of course, more cheese. Yes, cheese. All day cheese. We love cheese. And I'm going to place this in the oven at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. And I don't know about you, but it turned out looking so delicious. And let me tell you, it was just as delicious as it looked. Thanks for coming along. Here's a little glimpse of my sweet baby boys. We went to the library. Thank you for coming along on my journey. I appreciate all of your comments and everyone that subscribes. It means so much to me. Love, Seed to Sanctuary. All right, are you guys super excited about your books?
Yes.
What book did you get, Eli? The Octopus Escapes.
And
Avocado Asks, What Am I? What did you get, Jace? Chicken on a Broom?
Chicken on a Broom and Chicken on Vacation.
Cool. I can't wait to read them. The sun is so bright right now. I should put down my sunglasses, but my hands got everything cool. I'm just trying to get a little glimpse.
Mom, make sure to
I got it, baby.